ベストポジション。終わったか。ああ、した。
Hi guys, so good evening and welcome back to my magical world. I am Frostbite and by now, tandaan nyo naman yun guys. So, yan. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. Yeah, I put myself out here. I say whatever I want. I read for you and ganun guys. Like, pag may chika minute tayo, about my life or anything that is currently happening. So, sinasabi ko din sa inyo, right? I am more open to you than anyone else. My God. So, ayan guys. So, let's start. It's 11:50 in the evening. Tama ba? Oo. Today is September 27, 2023. Okay, let us start. Let's start na guys kasi wala lang. Nakapag-recharge ako ngayon kasi I think I am so tired from today. So, after work, so nakatulog ako. It's not planned. So, ayun. I'm happy kasi nakapag-recover. You know. Okay, continue na tayo. Again, 161 and 162 of the book flow. So, contrary to popular opinion, salary and other material concerns are generally not among their most pressing concerns. The first and perhaps most important complaint concerns the lack of variety and challenge. These can be a problem for everyone, but especially for those in lower level occupations in which routine plays a major role. The second has to do with conflicts with other people on the job, especially bosses. The third reason involves burnout, too much pressure, too much stress, too little time to think for oneself, too little time to spend with the family. This is a factor that particularly troubles the higher echelons, executives and managers. So, with higher ay, tama ba daw? With great power comes great responsibility. So, 'di ba? When you're an executive, 'di ba, you always have things to do. Um, you always need to sign papers, right? So, ganun talaga guys. May mga advantages and disadvantages of having that kind of like position. So, but it's good. Somehow it's good. But again, you have fewer time with your family and you have less time to do the things that you love unless you are really good with time management. So, tsaka mostly these people are like workaholic. From my experience, the people that I know who have this position are they have such a good work ethic but it's not balanced. So, yun. So, such complaints are real enough as they refer to objective conditions, yet they can be addressed by a subjective shift in one's consciousness. Variety and challenge, for instance, are in one sense inherent characteristics of jobs, but they also depend on how one perceives opportunities. Ting, Serafina, and Joe saw challenges in tasks that most people would find dull and meaningless. Whether a job has variety or not ultimately depends more on a person's approach to it than on actual working conditions. The same is true of the other causes of dissatisfaction. Getting along with coworkers and supervisors might be difficult, but generally can be managed if one makes the attempt. Conflict at work is often due to a person feeling defensive out of a fear of losing face. To prove himself, he sets certain goals for how others should treat him. and then expects rigidly that others will fulfill those expectations. This rarely happens as planned. However, because others also have an agenda for their own rigid goals to be achieved, perhaps the best way to avoid this impasse is to set the challenge of reaching one's goals while helping the boss and colleagues reach theirs. Okay, so it is less direct and more time consuming than forging ahead to satisfy one's interests, regardless of what happens to others, but in the long run, it seldom fails. So, finally, stresses and pressures are clearly the most subjective aspects of a job, and therefore the ones that should be most amenable to control of consciousness. So, stress exists only if we experience it. It takes the most extreme objects, conditions to cause it directly. The same amount of pressure will wilt one person and be a welcome challenge to another. There are hundreds of ways to relieve stress, some based on better organization, delegation, and responsibility, better communication with coworkers and supervisors. Others are based on factors external to the job, such as improved home life, leisure patterns, or inner disciplines like transcendental meditation. So these piecemeal solutions may help, but the only real answer to coping with work stress is to consider it part of a general strategy to improve the overall quality of experience. Of course, this is easier said than done. To do so involves mobilizing psychic energy and keeping it focused on personally forged goals. Despite inevitable distractions, various ways of coping with external stress will be discussed later in chapter 9. Now it may be useful to consider how the use of leisure time contributes or fails to contribute to the overall quality of life. So we have a small subtopic here, but I'll cut it here na kasi it will suffice for tomorrow's reading. So this were the last pages of this chapter. Okay, so stop na muna tayo ngayon. Continue natin to tomorrow. Nothing is wrong with that. Okay, we'll just have like a short reading for now. Again, I wanted to read for you a lot of books, guys. Kung pwede lang, lahat ng quality books dito sa entire world. I wanted to read that for you, but unfortunately, we just have few hours in a day, diba? To see each other. So we also have duties and responsibilities on our real life, not here in on the online platform, diba? So we just have to do what we can in a day. So you don't need to do a lot. I mean, to do everything today kasi wala namang ganon, guys. Diba? So just finish the task, the deadlines, and all of that. Sana naman hindi stressful yung deadlines. But yeah, people who procrastinate a lot but still get the job done are a little bit crazy. I'm one of them. So I used to, before when it's deadline. So I used to do a lot of that. But it's okay. Now everything is cool and just fine. So ano ba? Wala naman tayo masyadong chika minute. Nakatulog lang ako like after work today. So, I'm happy kasi I think during my lunch break a while ago, I'm really, really, sleepy. But I wasn't able to have that, recharging moment. Kasi ganun, guys, when I still have things to do, hindi din ako, like, fully makatulog. Although, my body is, like, wanting that kind of rest. So, wala. Ano lang ako, maybe 5 minutes, I just closed my eyes and or back to work again. I mean, I have to go back to work. So, because I don't do lunch at work, I'm outside. So, yun. Ano pa ba, guys? Wala naman. Kayo, guys, kamusta kayo? My friends, I don't know if they're watching, but I hope wherever you are, since makulit kayo, ayaw nyo sa akin ibigay yung ano nyo, no? May friend ako, kulit, ayaw sa akin ibigay yung ano, yung Gcash niya. Nakakaloka. So, anyways, yun. I hope you are healthy. Sige, yun na lang. I really hope that you guys are healthy. All of you that are watching my channel, please take care of yourself. If no one is like reminding you of that, I am here to do that. Diba? Kasi I'm pretty sure most of you, you may think that some people care about you, but sometimes it's just a phase. It's just a moment. That's why I'm here for you guys. I'll be consistent. I've been doing this for years na. Even though I'm not here like consistently every day. Kasi, diba, we have, in our real life, we have events. So, events that are, sometimes it's really important. You have to go there. But, we're trying. Nakakapagod yung ano. This year, like, I love this year, but it's really so exhausting also. But it's still good kasi I'm finding my footing right now. So, it's not yet super stable, but I'm happy. I'm happy naman. So, ano lang, juggling responsibility lang siguro. But I'm happy. So, I really hope kayo din, guys. May gusto pa kayong pag-uusapan? If you have questions, feel free to ask or comment or do whatever. Kasi we can talk about that naman. When I have time, syempre, we can talk about that. So, I'm also happy kasi matatapos na yung another chapter. So, we're moving on to the next. Not book ha, kasi hindi pa naman tapos yung entire book. So, we're gonna finish that. We have to finish the things that we started. So, I am that kind of person. So, I make sure that whatever happens, I get things done. So, ganun guys. So, dapat kayo din guys, kapag may sinimulan kayo, if it's still worth it to finish it, just finish it. Okay? So, but there are projects that like that is not worthy. So, this is not applicable to everything. Kayo guys, mag-decide kayo for yourself. Malalaki na kayo and you're matured enough. So, yung may mga teenager dito, don't worry, I will guide you on your way. Mag-subscribe lang kayo ngayon na. So, thank you guys for listening and thank you for helping me make this world a better place for all of us and for the future generation. I miss my friends. I miss my people talaga from a distant place. From, malayo sila sa akin now. So, I'm usually by myself right now. But I have people here, but I don't fully trust them. So, it takes a lot to have my trust. Kasi, I told you before, right? I don't like humans. Diba? But I love humanity. So, ganon. So, sige na. Dal ko na. Sige na. Mag-ingat na kayo. Good night. And have a wonderful day bukas. Bye!
Shita! なんだといかつぜ両親桜木よっしゃあと20秒いけ